that you're here. Joy and Jerry. Think tank.
We're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
What's up, Troy?
Yeah, happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing. A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
We're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy
And Jerry.
Hey, did everybody dab into that like we did?
Hello.
What's up, Troy?
Hey, Jerry. Happy Friday. Happy Friday noontime.
Right? Happy Friday, brother.
We got the Friday nooner going. Everybody in the chat, get their nooners going on. We got the wake and bake happening. Happy Friday,
Nooner.
everyone.
I like that term nooner, man. Right on. Is that specifically a stoner term?
No, dude, it's so ambiguous. It's so ambiguous because it can mean, catching a buzz at the noon thing. It could be like, the nooner beer, like when you go out on a Friday and you have like a lunch somewhere and you have a beer with your lunch. It's a nooner. You go home and you bang your wife, your husband, or whatever. It's a nooner, in your lunch break, and it's an ambiguous term. That's why I like it so much.
I like that nooner. I'm gonna start throwing that out all the time. Then,
Right?
does it have to be noon? I guess it does. Otherwise, it's a.
It doesn't. I mean, it's. I treat things vernacular that is like time slotted, like time related, like 420. Like when we celebrate 420, we have the timer comes up. We've deemed that if you're torching for the 420, even though you won't dab for like 2 more minutes, it counts. If you're grinding for the 420, it kind of counts. If your like intent is to celebrate that 420, even if you're not like on that specific second or minute, it still counts. So like the nooner thing, noon is like a general, time window.
Right. It just happened to be noon for you. For me, it's a threer, which really doesn't sound good at all. A threer just doesn't roll off the lips real well. So
yeah,
and I'm easier in there.
For you, it's like a mid-afternoon delight, at best.
Afternoon delight is probably what it would be, except that is a pretty much a strictly sexual connotation term there. So
I thought that was like a Turkish delight. If you have a Turkish delight in the afternoon, you can't refer to it as a afternoon delight.
Wait, is Turkish delight and afternoon delight the same thing? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying like a Turkish delight is a thing, like a dessert, and if you just shorten them for delights, and then you have an afternoon Turkish delight and you shortened it for an afternoon delight.
I thought you went sexual with the Turkish delight. I was getting excited about what that was. I was like, cool,
I mean,
what's this one? I want to learn something.
I don't.
Hey, honey, we're Turkish delight. Troy's about to tell us all about it.
I don't know any Turkish people that I know of. I apologize if you're Turkish and I know you and you're like, hey, what the fuck, man? You know me. Sorry about that.
No, if you're Turkish, man, it's all in love, dude. I actually my family goes back and has some Turkish families in Turkey that we visited regularly, and I have a deep love for the Turkish people from way back. Like I was over there back in the 80s and stuff like that. So Turks, they're great, man. I love the food, love the place. They're a lot of fun to visit.
When I was in Seattle, I always hit this bakery whenever I was walking to the conference that I went to in Seattle, and they also had these little Turkish delights and stuff. Love that shit.
Dude, I felt real comfortable in Tübingen with all the Turks there. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. If that's the new influx, I love that. That'd be great. So I enjoyed all the influence there with the restaurants and stuff. It was good.
Right? Oh man, that donor pizza. I was actually just thinking about that this morning, Jerry.
Where
This
you
morning,
really?
in my gut pains, I was like, oh my god, it's almost like I ate a whole pizza. And then I was like, oh man, remember when I was in Germany and I did eat a whole pizza and I didn't suffer? I didn't suffer from that whole pizza. And I loved it so much that I went out and did it again the next night, and I still didn't suffer from eating a whole pizza.
Right? That was impressive.
Yeah.
That's good shit, man.
Now I want
Uh,
pizza.
Then I ruined you by leaving one in my room when I left. And then suckered you into going in there and checking it out. I really do appreciate it, though. I didn't mean to say it that way. But yeah, that was great.
To this day, I still don't understand how the smell got so bad, like overnight. Like, because I was in your room the night before.
I was there within the hour.
Maybe
That
you're
morning
just
I was
used
in
to it.
there.
Maybe we were all used to it. But dude, seriously, it smelled like I felt horrible for the cleaning services. Like they were gonna walk into that room and just be like, "Oh my god!" They're like, I was expecting a dead body in the bathtub or something, dude. It smelled so bad.
Oh, when you texted me, you said, "Oh, it smells so bad." I was like, "That much weed?" I mean, like I didn't have that much weed. I thought you did. And then you said the pizza, and I went, "Oh yeah." Like the reason why I didn't notice is I didn't open the box for like 3 days. Like I just this is when you came in and opened the box. It's like, no, don't open it. And sure as shit, that was great.
Damn,
That stuff was awful.
it was truly awful. We're gonna talk a little bit more about our trip to Germany tonight, and we're gonna include some discussions with the Vaporizer Wizard. He'll be a special guest tonight for a few minutes, and as well as Oren from the Vape Guide.
Right.
Well, we're gonna bust out our white volcanoes and talk about the whole movement. It'll be a good time tonight live on Twitch.
I'm excited to use the white volcano, man. I mean, I know it's just another color, but they did a good job of getting me attached to that volcano. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. So
I would love to come to Italy to eat a tasty as fuck pizza. Trust me.
yeah, right.
I was so happy with the pizza in Germany. Like, honestly, it was so much better than the pizza that I get here in California.
You had it a few times too. Like, how many times did you get pizza while you were there?
Twice. And we were only there for what, 4 days? 3 days?
Yeah. Like, 3 or 4 days, really.
Yeah.
If you count the first day when we just landed and drank and got sick.
I wanted pizza that day. Do you remember? When we walked by that pizza place, I'm like, oh my God, this fucking pizza place smells so good. I want to get pizza. And I was like, it feels wrong to go to Germany and on your, like it's like going to McDonald's. Like I didn't want to like ever go to McDonald's or anything like that.
That was the night I bought that pizza. I literally was the first thing I bought.
Yeah.
And that's how long it was there. It was there the whole trip.
And it was a good pizza. It just gone bad.
I just bought it at the wrong time, dude. Like I was too nauseous to eat it, but I knew I needed to eat it. I only ate like one bite or something of the crust. I hardly ate the thing, so
yeah.
Boy, but yeah.
That's pretty gross.
Did you look at it? There was shit growing on it.
I remember looking at it the day before or whenever you opened it, but no, when I went in there to do whatever you wanted me to do, which was like make sure you didn't leave any weed or anything, or get the bag. I
forget what it was. It was something I just like. I don't know if I think it was basically just a sweet because I flew out of there so quickly. So that's probably what it was. Hey, can you just make sure?
Okay.
Because I forgot to grab my pizza.
Uh,
Oh, anyhow, there you go. So,
yeah, that was in the middle of my hash bowl. Like I was vaping that
oh yeah,
capsule of all Moroccan hash.
right. You were halfway through that. You were going, man. That was great.
Yeah, it's made me want to throw up. I was coughing my face off, and then I walk into your room of stench, and it's like, so I went from like, 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 oh my god, no, God, Jesus.
That's fucking great, man. I wish I could have seen it. Oh,
So yes, that was the pizza that you bought when we were all drunk, and you were apparently knocking on my door, calling me, and I was passed out.
yeah. I was trying to get you some because I mean I bought that and some other shit like some fries and and a big ass pita or something. I mean, I bought 3 things for us because I didn't know whether I was going to get you or not, but I knew you needed it. And so when I got back, I knocked for a while and I was like, I know he's passed out. So I think I texted you or something, but you were passed out for the night. Like you were out for the night. Like there wasn't like
Well,
2 hours later.
yeah, I woke up later.
I mean, but you weren't coming out until the morning.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how bad the damage was, even for me. Like we all thought we were going to go in there and change and go eat.
Yeah,
All 3 of us crashed.
yeah, I was gonna like send some texts, check my email. Shit.
Yeah. And the same with Pete. Like all 3 of us. Okay, we're gonna go back. I checked on him. Yeah, he went and crashed too. We all went back and none of us made it to that restaurant when we said we were gonna. So anyhow, I got there after they were serving food. It was too late. And he's the guy who helped me find the place where I bought all the food that I got. So he was in there helping me for a while. I was using an app to try to get delivery. And then once he realized what I was doing, he's like, it's only right down. And when he told me, he was like, I walked right by that place. Thank you. And I hauled it down there. So
Okay.
yeah, came
Were you
back.
still drunk at that point?
Yes, I was hammered. This was as soon as we got back to the hotel. Like we went back to the hotel and got into our rooms, and I was like, I do need to eat. Like I know my routine to not have a hangover
Oh,
tomorrow.
so you didn't pass
So
out and then get up. You
no, I went out for the food because I knew I was going to need it. I was drunk getting it, but I got back. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember feeling much. It was pretty numb. And then yeah, when I got back and you were out, by then I didn't want any food. And then I started eating the stuff like hours later when I woke up or some shit. So yeah, man. So
that
anyhow,
was a terrible night. I was so worried that I was gonna be hungover the next day. I had so much regret. I'm like, God damn it. Like,
why
why
did
did
I
I
do
drink
this?
7 beers? Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, man. That's literally I was losing sleep. Like then I was like, oh, and now I'm just gonna lose sleep. I'm gonna not sleep all night and I'm gonna be hungover.
Mhm.
I was so glad when I got up to throw up. I was like, okay, now I got a shot. I got a shot now. So
I wasn't very happy when I got up to throw up. And then I couldn't stop throwing up. I
yeah.
was like, drink water, 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 water.
Yeah.
Exit, water, water, water.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Anyhow.
next day I didn't feel good, but it wasn't a hangover. It was weed withdrawal. Like
Yeah.
I needed weed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like murderous. Like I even told Jurgen, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking murder you if you don't give me your weed.
I can smell it on you. Give it up, man.
I got my mighty right here. Like it was kind of a
Alrighty.
cruel, like, thank you for the mighty, but goddamn, that was a cruel joke.
These things really suck on their own, just so you know. Oh, that's great, bro. That's the perfect example of I tell people when they're fighting over vapes, I'm like, none of it matters without any weed. It doesn't do shit without the weed. Let's
Yeah.
get back to the basics here, man. So, oh, that's funny, man. Well,
Yeah, I
cool.
don't
I'm
drink
really glad to
anymore.
break that out.
Those are the same reasons I don't drink. I don't know about you, Jerry, but I don't. I'm better on weed than I am on alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember drinking with my friends, and I remember when I'd be at the bar playing pool, and some nights I would drink beer, some nights I would drink like twisted tea, some nights I would drink gin, some nights I would drink whiskey, some nights I would drink tequila. When my friends would show up to the bar And if I was drinking whiskey, like if I was drinking whiskey, they wouldn't
Fuck
hang
with
out
it.
with me. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're gonna go bowling or something."
I know where
tonight."
that's going.
I'm like, "What the fuck? I thought we were gonna play pool." And they're like, "Yeah, you're drinking whiskey, dude." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That's fucking funny, man. What if you were on tequila? Like if you had a couple shots of that, was that all right?
I don't know. Tequila tended to be like the party. Like we're gonna get crazy tonight.
Gin's a good pool, I imagine. A good one to play pool with.
Gin was kind of like my professional drink. Like when
Yeah.
I was out speaking at the SEO conferences, it was the gin and tonics. Easy drink, hard to fuck up. Like any bartender can make a goddamn gin and tonic. Comes out
Right.
too strong, okay. Comes out too weak, okay. You know, it's hard to screw up a gin and tonic.
When I was drinking my most, I was either shots of tequila or just, some makers on ice or something like that. I really like the whiskey. I like to settle down with that. Got to the point where I really love to have a bowl and 2 shots. That was like that could very quickly get me right into the sweet spot for a while, and I could build from there. It was awesome. 2 shots in a bowl, bingo, bring it on. And still now that would work. Now though, I don't drink much, but when I do, and I've started picking up more lately, it's just because my tolerance on the weed is too high, and I'm just kind of like, I was looking to be a little more detached at the moment.
Damn, that's terrible to hear.
Yeah. So that's usually the only reason I'm breaking that out, is just because I need a little extra oomph.
Yeah.
Oomph.
Do you guys run into that same thing in the chat? Like with your weed? Like do you have tolerance problems where sometimes you're looking for a little extra oomph and you don't want to have to vape 10 bowls to get that extra oomph? What do you do?
Yeah. Anybody else?
Love to hear. Also,
I
wanna
quit
get
twice. I'm back on.
Oh shit,
Go ahead.
you're how frequently are you drinking now?
I'd probably say every other day at this point.
Like how much per day? Per every other day?
A few shots, maybe 2 or 3 shots throughout the night. By the time I get to 3 shots, I'm like, that doesn't feel good anymore.
Okay. That's not too much. I mean, it's not a lot. I would say it's moderate. I don't know.
It's enough to change my attitude. Does a good job of that.
Mm. When I was drinking, I would basically buy 2 bottles of whiskey every week.
That's how. What kind of bottles are we talking? 750s?
Yeah, like the not the huge bottle of Jack Daniels, but like the big normal one.
Regular
Yeah.
size, not the handle, the 175,
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
75 stuff.
Yeah.
2 of those a week. So you could have bought a handle a week, probably. Yeah, right on.
Probably could have, but I like to mix it up. So like,
Yeah.
a lot of times I would buy like the if I was buying the Jim Beam like honey, I would fucking drink 4 of them in a week. Like those things would go
Nice.
down.
They're tasty, man.
They're super tasty.
You ever had Angel's Envy?
I don't think I've had that one.
One of the, I mean, it's got the honey in it, so that helps. But gosh, I remember the one time I had that, I was like, that's some of the best shit I've ever had. Like I get used to that. That was nice. Expensive.
Yeah, I like the one with the basil, where it tastes like basil. It's like I forget what it's called, like Hayden's or something. Basil James. I forget what the hell it's called, but it's really good, and it tastes like, has a hint of basil.
Wow.
Basil, if you're Gordon Ramsay.
Basil, right on, man.
And I like the Campfire by High 10 High. It was like a blend of smoked Scotch and like rye. It was like a blend. It's called Campfire. Really good.
It does sound
really good.
Right on.
Basil Hayden's. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Jake.
Basil Hayden's. Nice call, Jake.
I remember it was like Hayden's something. I remember that. I remember that name because I knew a girl who had a daughter named Hayden.
Right on. That's an easy connection.
Yeah.
When I ended up like for instance, I drank enough to get to the point where I had gout and I didn't get rid of it until I completely quit drinking. And then I stopped for years until probably, I think in the last year, I started, dipping my toe back in it just to see what it was like and make sure. And I didn't, because before I could just drink a little bit, I was on the tipping point and it would just really send me off into an inflammation. So, um, back then when I was doing it to the point of really hurting myself, I was the guy who was I would go into like a ABC or a Total Liquor and I would snag a handle of tequila and a handle of whiskey, and it would always be the brand that they were also like the distributor for, because it was a way to get a really good quality for bottom shelf price, and it wasn't like high quality, it was like mids for cheap. And so and that's I call it the old man liquor, because if you go in a liquor store, whatever the old guys are getting, that's like okay, that's probably good and cheap right there. The old guy that goes in there every day and gets what I was doing. I turned into that guy, man. So
Wow.
I
Wow.
found them. I found the good ones.
That's a fascinating tale, Jerry. Thanks for all the liquor advice.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here for. I mean, we'll see. They're not going to strike us for that, probably. We'll talk about that all we want, I bet.
Probably. We'll probably get monetized and get all kinds of fucking liquor ads because YouTube plays there. Get some Belvedere ads down here.
Right?
I used to spend a bunch of money on Belvedere.
Belvedere.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I was into the martinis for a while, drinking vodka martinis.
Vodka martinis, right on, man.
Drink a
With
lot of
what?
vodka.
Were you dry or sweet or some fruity thing, or what would you mix with it?
It depends. Like I liked making all sorts. I made the chocolate ones. I made the fruity ones. I liked them dirty. I liked
Mhm.
with the olives, and like the blue cheese olives were my favorite. You get like two of
Right.
those fat ass blue cheese stuffed olives, little splash of olive juice in there.
Right?
Make it dirty. It's just slutty as fuck. I love my slutty martinis.
Slutty martinis, man. That's funny. I love it. Yeah,
Tito's.
that
Tito's
sounds
is good.
good, man.
That's cheap
Tito's?
vodka. For
That's
cheap
the last
vodka.
bottle of vodka I got was Tito's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, I'm not a vodka guy. I would buy it to mix drinks, but typically if I'm going to buy alcohol, I'm taking shots or on the rocks or something. I don't do a whole lot of mixed drinks at the moment. So
We use I buy vodka now and we use it for a cleaning solution. Like my wife makes a cleaning spray that's vodka based.
is that expensive for cleaning shit?
Not really.
No?
I mean, it's alcohol. It's a disinfectant spray. She adds like some sage thing to it. I forget what her recipe is. But yeah, we got the cleaning spray that she mixes herself. That's vodka based.
You get like the cheap vodka for it? You just get whatever, or does it have to be like?
Yeah, I think the bottle we have now is the Costco Kirkland, the big old Kirkland bottle.
Brilliant. Yes. Yes, I'm glad. So that's actually a fantastic use for that bottle of vodka. The Kirkland vodka, man. I laugh because I used to shop there, man. I used to see that shit and go, that's not quite the shelf I'm looking for, Rojas.
I haven't been to Costco in years. I don't have a Costco membership anymore.
Shit. Yeah, it's been a minute for me too.
I used to use it frequently, but at one point I realized that I really only go to Costco for like paper towels, wipes, and meat. But then I end up every time I go, I buy like $300, $400 worth of shit.
Yes, I know. I could never get out of there for double digits. It was always 100 or more.
I came here for a pork butt, and I bought a fucking patio set. Fuck.
Right? And 5 years ago, it's worse now, but 5 years ago, everything in that cart was $5 or more. And usually, I mean, just a lot of $5 items. It doesn't take many of those, because there's some sevens. Then
now
you
it's
throw
like
in
everything
20.
is 12. Like everything is
that's
12 or
crazy.
more. Like
I know.
the cheapest thing you find at Costco is like $12.95 or something like that.
I couldn't afford to shop there anymore. And here's okay. You ready? I'm gonna go on a rant. Those fucking wholesale clubs. What pisses me off is what they are is bulk shopping clubs. They're not fucking wholesale clubs. There's not a thing in there that's being sold for wholesale. A lot of it's the same prices you can go get at Best Buy or some or on sale at the record store. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. The prices so much. So I get that old man attitude every time I walk into those fucking wholesale clubs when they call themselves wholesale clubs. They're not. So there. Join me, guys. Join me, guys, in the revolution. We're going to change the wholesale clubs to bulk buying clubs, and then I'll be able to sleep at night.
Keep the hot dogs $1.50. You're that guy. They people are always saying that you don't need a Costco membership to buy food or alcohol, and I read it. I've read it so many times. People always bring it up whenever it's discussed.
Buy food or alcohol?
I don't think I have the balls to try it. Like, they are so fierce at the Costco. That's actually why I stopped going. Because like they hire like the mean old ladies that have like fucking power trip, and they're like hitting you with their fucking cane if you don't flash your card.
Let me get this straight. I can go there and buy their liquor and food without a membership at the same price they're selling to members?
Liquor and alcohol, or like from the food counter, from like the hot dogs and chicken bake. Not like from their grocery store, but
is that a California thing or is that here?
I'm
like
told
nationwide?
It's like a all states. I'm told that it's like a legal thing.
What is the law, I wonder? Okay. I mean, because you can go in there and buy shit at a little higher price. Like sometimes, at least I thought you can go in there and buy shit and they'll just tack on like 15% or something ridiculous thing.
Oh,
I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that's an old day thing, but
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't like having to show my fucking shit. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have this like OCD thing. Like I Best Buy, I don't buy things at Best Buy because I don't like this whole pay for your shit and then take 2 steps and then show somebody that you just paid for your shit. Like that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can maintain eye contact with the guy at the door while paying for my thing, and then he will still demand that I show him my receipt. Like, you just watched me, you know.
He's making. I guess he's making sure you paid for everything in the card or something, which is even a deeper insult. It's like, oh yeah, I found out a way to rip you off. Except, oh no, you were here.
Like, what are they doing at Costco? Like in California, you have to line up to leave Costco.
Yeah.
So you line up to pay for your shit, and there's usually like 5 people in front of you, and every single aisle there's like at least 5 people, and then you pay for your shit, and they don't bag it; they put it in boxes, and you then line up again to show somebody your receipt. And what do? They look at it, look at your cart, and draw a line. Thanks. Why did we do this? It's like the illusion of security thing. The illusion of exclusivity. It's come on. Humans can
self-checkout. I can see self-checkout being a reason because you want to make sure they scanned everything, but I like it better when they just have somebody hanging out in the self-checkout area, like right next to you. So you're not gonna fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, do that instead of like at the exit door insult me. You know what I mean? Like,
oh totally. And the California is definitely moving that way. Like, my local grocery store now has 2 main sections of self-checkouts, and the actual checkouts just keep getting less and less. Like, now there's rarely even like 2 people working the actual checkouts, and it said there's just an employee at each self-checkout. And once people get better at self-checkouts, that those systems will work better. Like, they're rough at first. Like, I feel bad when my dad was here visiting, and I watched him use the self-checkout at Target, and it was so clunky, and he was like doing the wrong things at every step, and I couldn't help but like be a little bit amused, but also like I felt bad. Like first time, I get it.
I'm laughing because I go through that every time I go to the store. My wife is you, and I'm your dad. Right? I get to the register, and I was like, okay, if I know I've done an avocado before, but what the fuck? And then she comes up and goes, and she goes, and no bag. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I got it. Shit, I'm never gonna figure it out, man. I'm never gonna figure it out. It's like there's a block at some point. There gets to be a block in an old man's life that he's just not going to remember some processes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Oh,
just not
dude.
getting locked, bro.
There is, and there's it's like a moving hump. Like I feel like I'm pretty fucking tech savvy. I'm pretty fucking smart. Like I can do my shit. But every once in a while, like I'll be like on like Instagram or like TikTok, and I'm like, where the hell? And like my kid will be like, right there, and I'm like, oh, what? You know, like when we were watching Vaporizer Wizard do his social media in Germany, like when he was like sharing everybody's posts and tagging everybody and doing the marketing thing that I never do.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing,
dude. Watch it. I was like, hey, what button did you hit to do that shit? Like, how are you making all this stuff so fast? Because like I never do it. I never do any of that shit. So for me, it was like a different thing.
Man, it's an Instagram wizard too, man.
The Instagram wizard for real. Hey, he's gonna be on the show tonight via recorded clips, obviously. But yeah, tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific. For that.
Yeah, there's an interview that Troy put together as well that's up on the site, and then these clips are in there too, is right? Like, are they pulled from that or these extra clips?
Yeah, they're pulled from the full interview. Cool. So if you want to cheat on us, you could go watch the full interview right now on troyandjerry.com or here on our channel too. It's on our YouTube's.
That's right, we're on YouTube now.
Yeah, we are on YouTube's right now.
Right here, man.
He's a wizard. I was gonna. He never wears his robe and his wizard hat anymore. The Vaporizer Wizard.
Yeah, he left all his garb for that trip. He went like total like normal Muggle style. You know?
Yeah, Muggle style. He's trying to blend in.
Wouldn't even know he's a wizard
with the rest of us Muggles.
That's exactly right.
Oh. Filthy mudbloods.
Filthy mudbloods, man. Mudblood and Muggles. What the fuck?
Well, Jerry, it's about time for me to dab again. So
So we're done here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll kick us off anyhow. So
yeah.
You guys in the chat, thanks for hanging, man. Appreciate it. Good seeing you guys.
Dab if you already watched it. Hey, guess it's time.
That's right.
All right. See you guys tonight. Hit us up in the 420 Vape Zone Discord for midday afternoon sessions. There'll be a sesh going all day, all night, in theory.
Hell yeah.
Jerry comes in there from time to time.
Bing. Those are fun times, man.
You gotta put your shirt on, Jerry, when you go in the Discord. Clothing is required.
That's what's within the new rules. What the fuck? Are there other rules I got to know about that we didn't used to?
It's a contextual rule.
Okay. All right. I'll keep the shirt on. Not that bad. Let's turn the air up.
Hell yeah. All right. Bring your dabs tonight. Bring your volcanoes tonight. Bring your questions tonight. 6 p.m. on Twitch. Exclusive on Twitch tonight. Troy and Jerry Think Tank.
That's right. 9 o'clock my time.
All right. See you there. Peace.
Peace, man.